Seventh Planet Broadcasting, Headlines with a Brain, with your host, Gerald Clark. This is Gerald Clark with you on Headlines with a Brain, Episode 6. And I have to be honest with you, people. I looked at the headlines, came up with several scenarios, was actually kind of just disgusted by looking at it, and decided instead to go to the lake and look at birds. So I'm just telling you the truth. So here's where I went. This is the largest inland lake in Mexico, called Lake Chapala. Okay, and looking from approximately this area, this direction, this way, we can actually, let's see if there's any 360 stuff here. No, I don't see any. Let's see if we can turn it on. Photos, global awareness. Where's 360? Gallery, global photos. Oh yeah, so we have 360 in there. I don't see any though. Anyway, so imagine, well, I don't know, let's just cruise down here and get at eye level and see if we can look around. So let's pick a remote area somewhere like maybe up in the mountains, like somewhere right about here, I guess. And then we'll look out over and see if we can see the same thing. Let's make that about the center, and then we'll spin right there. Oh, that's too much. Okay. All right, let's see now if we can change the, let's just go down to the ground and see what we can do here. All right, so it ought to get us down to the ground here pretty quick. Oh, how about that? Okay. Oh, we just landed. Boy, that was a rough landing. Okay, so this hill right there is actually the one that shows up in the picture. So let's just drive down the hill here and see if we can go get a little closer look at it. It's a very scenic, I don't know, almost like feng shui arrangement. Look at the repair in the road right there. That's probably real. Okay, so let's go this way a little bit. And just go down here. All right, so what's the point of all this? Instead of doing a headlines with a brain show for you guys, I decided to take a static picture of this place. Let's go a little closer. Well, let's go way up here. Let's see what we can go a little fast. Okay. It's funny how the perspective of the hill or the lake doesn't change. The hill size doesn't change whatsoever as I come closer. Did you notice that? Look at that. Anyway, okay, so here we're at the lake shore, and and it's not a blue lake by any means. Okay. But anyway, what I was trying to do was, could I take a horizon shot of a still picture like this and put some water on it and then mess with it and make it something that I wanted to use? So that's what I did today. Anyway, so let's go take a look at that. Okay, so I was looking through some old pictures to use for this project, and I came up with this one. Look, Chris and I took this picture while hiking, and I noticed it had a shorefront here, and it kind of curves around like this. So it's kind of a more difficult one, but if you're willing to draw a straight line across here and maybe only use this part of the picture or something, you could play this little game where I wanted to put some real water up here. Of course, you could go, well, why don't you take a video? I had some other ideas that I wanted to do, and a lot of times, excuse me, a background picture like this will get used you know, a movie set or something like that, so you don't have to create all that complex stuff in the background. And usually there's some blur and things like that to make it blend in. So I've been playing with that a little bit, because sometimes I'll create an entire scene set and put all the trees on and stuff, and it's a massive amount of work. Anyway, so I'm going to put this picture down for a second, and I want to show you that same picture inside of this is hit film, okay? And so I basically brought the picture in, and I wanted to show you kind of what it looks like. So I'll just play it here so you can kind of see. I think it's a 4K picture, so it's got pretty good resolution, but it's a little bit blurry. Actually, I'll stop it right there and show you what it looks like without vibrance on there. So I put vibrance on there to kind of give it a little bit more clarity. That I really didn't need that much haze and blending initially, so I turned this vibrance on, okay? So you can see. And the water is, it's not very deep. It usually only gets wavy with high winds, but it does get wavy. So anyway, that's kind of what the static picture looks like. So what I was going to show you here, and I'll do it after I, well, I guess I can kind of give you a preview. So imagine you wanted to take that lake and then add some, like I said, add some water here, and maybe just kind of bring it a little bit to life. So I did that. I'm not sure what the best way to show you is. It's probably not from in here. Oh, okay, I guess we'll try it. And if it doesn't work out, I'll give you the full screen video too, okay? So let's just go right about here. And let's go from that static picture to what I did with it, okay? So I added a water plane like I told you here. I put some plants in the front to occlude the side that I wasn't using, so I could go ahead and put that up. Added a little wildlife to make it a little more wild. This duck I had in my model from long ago. And I was really working to get the reflection of this into the water. Not overtly, this is Jurassic Lake Chapala, 10,000 BCE, okay? Okay. So I wanted to show you guys what I did instead of doing headlines with a brain today. And, excuse me. And so, so you can see that original picture in the background. Here's the water plane that came in. Let's get in right before the duck gets it messed up. And it was pretty interesting to blur this edge and make this happen. I tried turning some fog on. I tried some different things, but in reality, the picture itself is providing the illumination for the scene using the image-based lighting in iClone. So it actually was the IBL source, the picture itself, to light up the scene. I added some water lilies and some stuff like that. I don't know. I really have fun doing things like this, kind of fooling the eye a little bit. And of course, maybe 10,000 years ago, the lake looked like this, and there might have been critters in here just like this crocodile. As a matter of fact, just down at the coast from here in Milwaukee, there are saltwater crocodiles that live there, and they get very, very large. And so this one probably is not far-fetched when you consider what probably lived in the lake several thousand years ago, million years ago. Not even sure if the lake was there, but so I thought you guys might enjoy that. Just because nature feeds on itself doesn't mean we should. So I don't know how we got started doing that from a species standpoint, but I've been vegan for over 10 years, and I never planned to eat duck or crocodile or any other meat again. So just thought I'd share that with you while we're being personal. But anyway, so that's what I did for you today instead of doing a headlines with a brain show. Not getting the greatest response on those shows, so I don't feel really incentivized about doing more of them. I'm not sure if it's a YouTube clamp or just lack of distribution when I do a new show, but my viewership is pathetic, and unless that changes, I might lose interest. So this has been Gerald Clark with headlines with a brain slacking for real today. we'll talk to you guys next time.
I enjoyed the audio better than the book. It's just that I like being read to, lol. Grateful for not having another fake voice, but a really nice deep man's voice with a slight accent. Stay with that, and do more. No automated voice, please, ever, perish the thought. Thanks. Chelsea.